Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. MVP's got some of the best mid-ranges out there, and I've got two of them right here. We got the Glow Detour, the Glow Hex. Is there a difference between these two discs? Do they fly the same? Their flight numbers are almost the same. Let's go test them out. Let's go. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. The Detour is one of my favorite discs of the 2024 season. Flight numbers are 55, -2, 1. Well, the Hex is a perennial favorite of a lot of you guys out there. Flight numbers are 55, -1, 1. There's not a lot of difference in those flight numbers, just the turn is 1 point apart from each of these. Is there really a difference between these two? I don't know. Let's go test them out. All right, guys, so I've never actually done a head-to-head battle between the Hex and the Detour. I thought it'd be kind of fun. Flight numbers are pretty similar. They feel very similar. Their profiles almost look very similar too. So let's just do a head-to-head and find out. All right, Hex has been around the longest, so let's start with the Hex on a nice flat release. All right, definitely get a 1 turn out of it, and we get some fade. All right, flying exactly like the numbers. A nice 1 turn, which for those of you guys that don't know means it's gonna drift this way when I'm throwing right hand, backhand. And then a nice little 1 fade, which means it comes back this way at the end. All right, now the Detour's got a -2 turn, which means it should go a little further this way, and then a nice 1 fade. So let's see if there is a difference. There we go. You see, it definitely has more turn to it. Yeah, definitely for sure. All right, head-to-head battle so far. Hex, much straighter. Detour, it's got some flip to it for sure. Now I'm curious to know out there, how many of you guys bag both the Hex and the Detour? Let me know in the comments. Let me know what your opinion is about these two discs and which ones you use on certain lines and all that good stuff. Let me know, I'm very curious. Okay guys, surprising results. Both of these went the exact same distance. I'm not lying. I mean, they were exactly on the same plane, but they were 45 feet apart, mainly because this one turned a whole lot more than the Hex for sure. So right off the get-go, I can definitely tell Detour's got more of a turn, maybe even more than the -2, 1. All right, now we're gonna do a nice little Anhyzer shot. Now, since the Hex is a little bit more stable, when I throw this on an Anhyzer, it's gonna wanna fight out of it a little bit more than the Detour. So what I'm hoping to see is that it's gonna end up panning out, which means going to flat and then hitting the ground nice and flat. Whereas the Detour, I'm expecting it's gonna hold that Anhyzer the whole way and maybe even land on an angle. Let's find out. Detour's up first. There we go, holding that angle and then almost all the way panning out. Now Hex. There we go, panning out a lot quicker and then landing. All right, not too bad. Now you might not have noticed a lot of difference on the flights there. They're both very similar, but I guarantee you we're gonna notice a difference on the distance. Pretty sure the Detour went further. Now, why would the Detour go further on an Anhyzer line? Well, because it's got less stability, it's gonna hold that Anhyzer line a lot longer and keep pushing forward. Whereas the discs that are a little bit more stable, like the Hex, it's gonna wanna fight out of that Anhyzer a little bit, which is gonna take a little bit of that distance away before it hits the ground. But don't take my word for it. Let's go see which one went further. All right, so here we have it. We got the Hex right here, and then we got the Detour up here. Detour definitely went about 25 to 30 feet further on that Anhyzer. Now let's try a Hyzer. All right, we've done flat, we've done Anhyzer. Now let's do straight up Hyzer shot. See how these behave. All right, Hex is up first. Yeah, holds that Hyzer line very well, pushing very far. Great shot. If you're looking to throw a Hyzer line, this is definitely point and shoot. It's gonna hold that Hyzer the whole way, very controllable. Now let's go with the Detour. This one's gonna be a little flippier, so it's not gonna be quite as predictable about where it ends up, especially if you're throwing a Hyzer line, but let's see. Yeah, there we go. Nice stand up to straight shot, but if I was going for a straight up Hyzer shot, definitely be disappointed in that because that just pushed way straight. So I gotta say, if you're going for Hyzer, definitely get that hex out. Now, don't get me wrong, I love a good Hyzer flip up shot. Probably one of my favorite shots in disc golf. So if you are looking for a nice disc to do that, Detour is great. Also the uplink, proxy are really good at it too. Uplink, proxy are definitely less stable, so you're gonna get more flip up to it. But these are all really good mid-ranges. You just gotta know what you're looking for, what your arm speed is, and go throw some, try them out. All right, we're gonna do one final shot here. We got a basket about 300 feet uphill, so that's pretty much a good little yank for these two guys. But we're gonna see which one can get the closest. I'm gonna do a flip up Hyzer shot with the Detour and then just a good old straight shot with the hex. All right, let's do Detour first. Yeah, nice little flip up Hyzer. Oh, that's looking great. That is Park City. Okay, now the hex, I'm gonna do a similar line, but I'm not gonna put it on an angle, just keep it nice and flat. There we go, loving that all day. Push it a little straighter than I want, but really good distance. So glow disc golf, it's important to get some good glow discs, but another key thing that a lot of you might not know is you gotta have a way to charge your disc. And I think I got a good little product for some of you guys if you're looking to get something. It's called the Halo Red. It's available on Disc Golf Deals USA now, but trust me, this thing is super slick and it's got rechargeable batteries in it, so you don't have to buy batteries anymore. Cool thing about this is it's the size of a disc and it'll fit in your bag. And then all you have to do is it's got this little remote on it. You click the remote and it'll charge your disc for you. It stays on for about 5 seconds. Your disc is charged, you throw it, and then you go find your disc, put it back in the bag, click the button again, charge your disc, and there you go. So having a product like this is really key for glow disc golf. Well guys, if you were curious about the difference between a Detour and a hex, I hope I helped you guys out with that. There definitely is a difference between these two, even though their profiles, their diameters, a lot about the discs are exactly the same. Detour definitely has more turn to it. So if you're throwing a hex and you feel like, man, this just isn't going straight enough for me, maybe you have a slower arm speed, you might want to check out the Detour. Or if you're throwing a Detour and you're like, man, this thing is too flippy for me, I need something just a touch straighter, you should check out the hex. I'm curious to know how many of you guys bagged both of these. Let me know in the comments. All right, if you're looking to get one of these discs or maybe some other discs, head on over to Disc Golf Deals USA, use my code. All right guys, till I see you next time, peace out.